Hello everybody, today we're going to replace a GFCI in this kitchen, like the one in the back that you see in the back there. So stick around and I'll show you how we do it. So what's wrong with this picture? This is a mini kitchen, this is a kitchen counter, and you see that outlet, that's supposed to be a GFCI. We have another outlet to the left, and that's indeed a GFCI. But every outlet in a countertop in the kitchen, it's supposed to be GFCI or GFCI protected. And I explain that in a minute. So why GFCIs are so important? Because they save your life. If you don't have one in your kitchen or in your bathroom, the code says, you know, we're not going to talk about that, but you're supposed to have it in laundry rooms, garages, bathrooms, kitchens. And I'm going to have another video on just GFCIs. But for now, we're talking about the kitchen. It protects your life. It's like a fast-acting circuit breaker. So say you are dealing with water, you are doing the dishes, and then the toaster is going here, it's turned on, you're doing your toast, and for any reason the toaster falls into your kitchen sink. You are wet and your hands are in the path. You know, you are the perfect path for the electricity, so you would be electrocuted. But since the GFCI senses current amps going in and out constantly, just by detecting a fault in the system, it would instantly kill the breaker and it would save your life. And as I said, we're going to make another video just on GFCI safety. So if this GFCI, if the pipe behind the wall was connected with that one, then what you would do is put the power to the line side of the outlet, and then the other two wires, you would remove this yellow tape, which is the load side, and connect your two wires, the white here and then the black here on the load side, and the two wires would go all the way to the other outlet. That's how you can protect that outlet. How do we know if this is protected? It's very easy. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna trip this GFCI, and if that one trips too, that means it's protected. If not, it's not protected. So let's trip this one and see. This is an outlet analyzer and a GFCI tester. So what we're gonna do, the two lights, it tells me that is wired correct. But now this red button is the trip, the button that trips this GFCI. So I'm gonna trip it, and now notice that the lights are on. So that has power. So when I turn this off or trip it, you hear that? It's off. This is still on. So that means that it's not protected. So that has to be a GFCI. So we're going to replace a GFCI right now. When you work with electricity, always turn the power off to that outlet. And now we are verifying with this, the lights are not on. That tells me that it killed the power. So we're going to replace that regular outlet, and we're going to install a GFCI. So let's remove the cover first. Okay, now even though I killed the power, I'm gonna double make sure that there's no power. If there was power, this would beep. So it's dead. So the blue is the power and the white is the neutral. So the black or the blue, the power one, goes to the line side of the GFCI. It says line in here. And the power goes to the brass color screw. I usually don't like using these tabs where you just insert it and then tighten it. I usually like to wrap it around the screw, but this is a good quality GFCI, so it has a good grip of the wire. So now the white wire is going to the silver color screw. Okay, so one more time, white goes to silver, the blue goes to the brass screw. And now I'm gonna put tape around, always tape it. So this is the end of the line, so it's easy peasy, no big deal. But if you had more wires in here from the same circuit breaker, what I would do before I connect my hat to the line side, pigtail them together and get one hat to the hat, and then do the same thing with the neutral ones. Otherwise, everything after this would be protected by the GFCI, but it would be a nuisance. It would trip, and the light might trip, the refrigerator might trip, and you don't want that. So, so always tape your outlets, please. If you don't, when they move inside the box, the hot wire might touch the metal box, and then there's a short right there. There is I always like doing my grounds to the right, and most people like that. Some people prefer doing it the opposite to the left. I don't think there is a rule. What do you do? What you put them to the right or to the left? The ground. So that's it. Now we're gonna put the cover. I always like putting the screws going horizontal, and it kind of matches these slots, so it looks better. I mean, it doesn't matter. So now I'm gonna turn the breaker back on, and we're gonna test. We're gonna press the button, and that's a green light. There's a green light here. If it was faulty, a red light comes on here. So now we're gonna put our GFCI. We're gonna put our GFCI tester. Now the two lights are on. The orange lights, that means it's wired correctly. So now I'm gonna. There you go. You heard that? I tripped it. That means it's doing its job. If you are a service technician, this might be a very easy call. Sometimes tenants call me and they tell me that they don't have power in the kitchen by the countertop. And then I ask him to please press the test button to undo it. And if that doesn't do anything, then I ask him to do the reset. And if you heard a click, that engaged it again, and the GFI is working fine. Sometimes when you plug stuff, when you plug appliances, it pushes the button by mistake. So just know that you can, or if your wife calls you, you could be the hero and fix it over the phone. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. If you don't have a GFCI in your kitchen or in your bathroom, please install one. Save your life or somebody else's life. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Like and subscribe.